What's up? I know I've been gone for a couple of weeks. Hey, March Madness. It's been good. Games have been great. March Madness, boys and girls. We had a little meltdown from the great Gino last night. He got handled, but shout out to South Carolina. Big win. Final fours tonight. We got Michigan. We got Connecticut. We got Arizona. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So lock in. We got some hoops on today. So we got a good day. We got a good day going. So hey, welcome back. Glad to be back with y'all Saturday afternoon. We got a good game today coming up. We'll get this to you quick. And this game has a lot of, actually it means something. Spurs and the Nuggets, I think have won maybe. This game means something. It means a lot to both teams. So we just gonna jump right into it. There's a lot going on, but I want to lay out for you where we are in the landscape of the playoffs right now. This is what everything is looking like, and we'll talk a little bit about it. 1 through 10 in the East: Detroit, Boston, New York, Cleveland. Atlanta has been smoking hot since February. They 20-6. Jalen Johnson, the Kuminga trade. So they coming in at 5. Philadelphia at 6. Toronto at 7. My beloved Charlotte Hornets at number 8. Charlotte's running 19-8 since February. Like they've been hooping. Orlando and then Miami. So this is what the East looks like today. Now, we're about 5 games left in the season. So there's some 3 through 10. It's kind of done. The Knicks and Cleveland, they're like 6.5, 8.5 games out. So we're not going to see a lot of movement there. There could be some play in the 9 and 10 spots for the play-in games, but everything is locked down. So for 1 and 2, even though Cade has been out, man, shout out to this Boston team, man. Shout out to, Boston too, but to Detroit. Everybody thought they were going to fall apart. These guys are playing hard, man. Led by Jalen Duren. Detroit's playing hard. They won some big games. They not folding in. They still holding a four-game lead over Boston. Now, Boston, you could probably argue they the best team in the East on paper right now. Tatum is back. Tatum is looking Tatum-like. Like he's playing. He's had some double-doubles. He got Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Jaylen Brown held it down. He's still holding it down, but Tatum is back, man. I was worried early on. Oh man, I'm slipping. We Corona premiering it today. Tatum is in his groove, man. He looks good, and he's only going to get better, right? He got a couple more games till these playoffs kick in, and they look good. Like it's been a seamless transition getting him back into the lineup. When guys go out like this, your top players, you see guys step up. Jaylen Brown, huge step up this year. MVP candidate. He was in the race. He's eligible. Peyton Pritchard, 6th man of the year, but he a bucket, man. He plays hard. You got the big guys. They've been solid, man. So this team has had the opportunity to grow in themselves. And now Tatum's back, and it just makes them that much better. So nothing against Detroit. They're gonna have to fight to keep the Celtics back, but it's gonna be tough. So for the rest of the season, Detroit, like I said, we have about 4 to 5 games left next week and a half. Detroit had the Sixers, the Magics, the Bucks, the Hornets, and the Pacers. So they got a few tough games, like Sixers, Magic, Hornets. They're all fighting for playoff spots. So you got some tough games for them. So if they can go half and half, they should stay top of the East to finish out the season. Then Boston has the Raptors, the Hornets, the Knicks, the Pelicans, and Miami. So they have some tough games too. So they don't want to lose too much ground, but they locked in at the number 2 seed. Would they like to win the East? Of course they would. They want home court advantage throughout, but this will be, I think we're headed to some good battles in these playoffs, man. I think Atlanta and Hornets are the 2 scariest teams to me because of how they play. They're both young. They got a lot of 3-and-D. They got a lot of defenders. Both can shoot the ball. Atlanta has a star in Jalen Johnson. You know my Charlottes, man, they just deep. Like this starting five they've been running with, they hoop. So the East is going to be, that's what we're looking like as we kind of go into this last week and a half. I don't think we're going to get any other surprises. Now, when you go over to the West is sort of in the same boat. 1 through 4 is about to change a little bit. But I'm gonna lay it out for you. OKC is 1, San Antonio's 2, the Lakers at 3. That could change by the end of the day. Denver at 4, Houston's at 5, Minnesota at 6. So that's kind of locked in. The key with those, there's some injuries in there we'll talk about in a second. Then you go Phoenix, Portland, the Clippers. We talk about the Clippers because I saw something this week that was kind of great to hear. And then Golden State. 7 through 10, you just getting in. All these teams going to lose in the first round. Maybe not the Clippers, but all these teams lose in the first round. So, OKC and San Antonio. OKC has a 2-game lead. Now, San Antonio's 27-2 since February. Been on a run. OKC not backing away, though. They're 23-5. They've held on to this two-game lead. And no head-to-head matchups over the next week for these two. But OKC has the Lakers, the Jazz, the Clippers, the Nuggets, and the Suns. That Nuggets game is going to be very important because the Nuggets are playing for a third-round spot. So the Spurs have the Nuggets today at 2, I think 1. The 76ers, the Blazers, the Mavs, and the Nuggets again. The Nuggets control their destiny to get the number 3 spot. What's happening for them? Luka just went down. Luka's not going to come back until the playoffs. Maybe. You saw the hamstring. Luka's out. There's a 1-game. It's actually the Lakers could find themselves sliding to 5 because they only have a 2-game lead over Houston, a 1-game lead over Denver. Who steps up now? Now does LeBron go back to number 1? So it's the 1-2 punch of him and Reeves. Other guys have been playing well. They've been playing. The Lakers were on a nice little run. They're 21-9 since February. Had a nice run. Luka's been playing out his ass, like 40-plus games, leading the league in scoring. Luka was on one. He's been on a heater. But now, can they flip the switch? Because they've been playing well. Can they flip the switch and get LeBron back in that number 1 spot, Reeves at 2, and they keep playing with this same level of defensive intensity and hold that 3 spot? Don't know. Denver, healthy. They've been playing well. But they got some tough games. So 3 of their last 5 games are against OKC and San Antonio. So either they're going to find themselves moving up and lock in that number 3 spot, or they're going to find themselves in number 5 or number 6. They really control their own destiny. So that's how the West is shaping out. I talked about injuries. Minnesota, Anthony Edwards is out. He's done, which just kind of sucks because that's going to transition me into my next topic. He won't hit the minimum number of games. So he's ineligible for the season. So that's a big thing. So now we talk about eligibility. So I'm going to start, we're going to switch over. We got, so this 65 game thing is a real thing, right? This is real. So right now, here are the 5, and we're used to seeing these guys all NBA, all everything. Luka, Cade, Ant, Steph, and Giannis. Now, Steph and Giannis has some ongoing injuries. Luka, Cade is out for the season. Luka and Ant just missed the 65 games. But they're not eligible. They're not all NBA eligible. So no MVP. Luka and Cade at one point were probably in the MVP conversation. That's out the door. No longer eligible. So what does that leave us with, right, for these all NBA guys? So I got 10. The next 5 is going to be kind of iffy, but maybe 10 or 11. So we know SGA is in. And then where do you go? You got Joker. You got Spider. You got Maxey, Jalen Brunson, KD, Wemby, of course. I think Jalen Johnson's going to get in there this year. I think Murray has a shot in there. I think Kawhi Leonard's in there this year. Kawhi Leonard's playing the best basketball he's ever played in his career this year. He's played 61 games. He's averaging a career-high 28 points, 6.5 rebounds, I think roughly 4 assists. Like there's a case where Kawhi is first or second team All-NBA this year. And this team is terrible. Like they had before the trade, they were looking like and they're still in the playoffs, but they could have probably made it out of the play-in game, but then they just started cleaning house and whatever reason they did. So it's gonna look a little different, man. So I think, I told you about my proposed solution, averaging out these games, do a weighted average over a period of time. But something has to change, because I think some of these dudes are at 60 games. They should be eligible, right? They shouldn't get knocked out. If they're 61, 62, there should be something that these guys should be eligible, because you're losing out on some good players in the scheme of things. Like Luka's at 64, so he misses the cut. I think Ant will be at about 62. So they got to figure this out. Like, there's some work to be done in this space. So when we talk about that, so the next hot topic of the last week, and there's no drama in the league right now. Everything is about the playoffs, man. It's been pretty quiet. Only thing we have, people are loving Wemby right now, and I'm a Wemby fan. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's we haven't seen anything like it. There's been some 7'6" guys in the league. You had Murasan, we had Bowl, Sabonis was maybe 7'4", 7'3". You had Yao Ming. But just the things that he can do. I mean, he's a 7'6", 7'7" guard. And it's scary. Now, will he become the best ever? That's hard to say. Because talent is one thing. You got to win, and you got to have that killer instinct. So there was a lot of talk about his minutes. So his minutes are down. So not saying it's down, but he doesn't play 35, 40 minutes. So I took a look at what his stats would look like on a per 36 minutes basis compared to some of the other big guns in the league. So right now, Wemby's averaging 25, 11, and 4. On a per 36 basis, he'd be at 30, 14, and 4 blocks. Now, SGA, he's at 31, 4, and 6. But per 36, he's at 33, 5, and 7. Luka is about the only guy that doesn't really matter, because he's playing a lot of minutes anyway. Jokic is about the same way. So I make that point to say, I know people are pushing hard for Wemby to get the MVP. And for me, he could get it over the next 2 weeks if he goes out and so let's say tonight. He has 2 games where he can make his case. If he blows out the Nuggets and he puts up some crazy, like 25, 13, 12, those numbers won't get it. But if he plays the Nuggets and he beats them twice and he's putting up some 40-point games and they finish 1, he'll get it. That's the only scenario I see that he get it. I'm going to tell you what's not going to happen. He's not going to give it to him. It's still his in my eyes. He's number 1. He's held him off all season. He's the best player in the league, best player on the number 1 team in the league. I think it's still his to lose. But if Wemby were to do something crazy like that in the last week of this season, I think there's an opportunity and a case to be made that Wemby gets the MVP. It's going to be close, but that would seal it up for him if he wins those 2 games. Now, on the flip side, SGA, they blew the Lakers out the other night. They're going to blow them out again. It's the Nuggets game. So it really, everything, same with him. He got the Nuggets. He got to beat the Nuggets. But I still like him for MVP. So that's the case for that. Luka, great run. Joker, still a case for him, averaging a triple. He'll finish the season with a triple-double. 28, 13, and 11 coming out of a center, man, is one of those. We talk about Wemby's physical tools and his skill sets, but shit, Joker got a different kind of skill set, man. We haven't seen this before. Like, we've got a taste of it with Sabonis, with Bill Walton. You had these big guys that could pass. But the way he manages the offense, I know he's not a defensive stopper. And Wemby isn't either. Wemby blocks shots. He's a deterrent. But he have his moments on the wing, but that's another conversation. But his defense revolves around his blocking, not his footwork on the wing. Like, he can close out, but it's a little different, I guess, for me. And a lot of it's around his height. Like, he covers so much ground. He's 7'6". Like, that's just a problem. But guys still manage to score and do things. Joker, he's a rebounding machine. Like, that's his job. He clogs up the paint. He defends your big. So he's kind of an old-fashioned defender. Like, right, he ain't running out on the wing. So there's a difference there. Because I know there was talk about, there's two sides to the game. But you can also do one side amazingly well, too, and that helps you in Joker's case. What's the other thing we got here? Rookie of the Year. It's pretty damn close, right? It's close. It's Kneppel and Flag, right? And they are both pretty damn good. Kneppel's team is making the playoffs. Flag will end up with a superstar with him next year. They're gonna do well. They're gonna get a good draft pick. It could be scary if they end up with an AJ on that team or Fleming, the guard from Houston. Like, they're gonna get somebody really good, and it's gonna be a problem when all these guys get healthy. Kneppel, 19-5-4. He has made 264 threes, a rookie record, shooting 43%. Like I said, his team is in the playoffs. Your boy Flag dropped 51 last night. 19 years old, the youngest to ever do it. The kid is, skill set wise, is not even close. Cooper Flag he's a Lamar Odom when it comes to the skill set for the game. And if you know basketball, you know Lamar, it's guys like Lamar Odom, Derek Coleman, these 6'10 guys, even Tracy McGrady, he was 6'9". These 6'9", 6'10 guys that dribble like a point guard, right? They can defend, they can shoot, they can defend all four positions, play the point. Cooper Flag's gonna be one of those type of players, man. But I think his ceiling is he's gonna be very dominant. He's gonna be the leader of this Mavericks team for now and the very near future till they trade him off to the Lakers somewhere. And it'll happen. He'll end up being a Laker before his career is over. You can mark my words on that one. So that's what it looks like. I'm leaning towards Flag winning Rookie of the Year, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's it, y'all. It's kind of short. We rolling into the playoffs. Give you a little taste of something. Watch these games. But let's go. Let's see where we at. Like I said, we got a week and a half. We'll be back. We got the NCAA Monday night, so we'll lock that in. We got the girls tomorrow. Happy Easter to everybody. Hope you had a great Good Friday. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Easter, whatever you do. And we'll talk next week. God bless.